Hello everybody and welcome back to X4, where as promised, our solid storage module is just about done being constructed, 20 seconds left on that. So that is ideal. That does of course mean that... I don't quite know what this is. I guess that's just a place where we can attach something? Okay, but that does of course mean that we are going to start being able to produce silicon wafers, granted not necessarily at the ideal speed, but this is now finished, in theory. Has it in fact finished? We don't have a buy order in for silicon wafers. Let's check the logical overview here. Not enough resources for production of silicon. That is as expected. And I don't want to buy these. Like, at all. I don't want to put in any buy order for silicon. I want to produce these entirely ourselves. So yeah, the only reason we're not producing right now is because we don't have the resources, and if I'm understanding what's going on correctly, in the alpha group, or rather in the beta group, we should have the GEHQ minor beta. It is currently attempting to gather resources, although it does not currently have anything in it. What are you currently doing? You're supposed to be auto-mining silicon, which is exactly correct. There is silicon in this region. It appears to be coming to the station right now. Oh, we do have a buy order in for silicon. Okay, fair enough. I don't want to buy silicon, though. So let's hop into the logical overview here and take a quick look at what's going on here. I want to only buy silicon at the cheapest possible price. And we only want to buy one silicon, since that's apparently the minimum that we can do. Okay, that's better. Because we want to be producing this ourselves. This is our freighter coming in. Our miner is coming out over here to attempt to requisition some... silicon, I think, is what it's doing. So this should start going pretty soon. Now, I did tell our independent freighter to come up over here for repairs, and it looks like it has indeed been repaired. So let's just see if we can get a quick money-making mission. Let's check in on advanced electronics. I mean, this is our advanced electronics. What's the price over here? Real high. Okay. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm also not looking to rotate the map right now. Okay, so we'll just look for microchips then, since that seems to be pretty stable. Yeah. This is completely fine. So we are going to purchase in a load of microchips, and we're going to sell them over here. Fantastic. So with that in progress, our miner should be currently mining, and I'm just going to external view this quick. Yeah, it's approaching and mining. Perfect. Autopilot is being autopilot. There's no doubt about that. But excellent. Let's hop back to our regular view. There we go. Just had to remember what the hotkey was for that. And just as soon as this mines up a load of silicon, it should... I did not mean to do that. Remove that order. Just as soon as this mines up a load of silicon, then it should, in theory, start producing silicon wafers from it, which will be ideal. Currently, the freighter assigned to this station is taking off with a few energy cells, and it's currently vacating these premises. I'm okay with this. It's going to take those off and sell them. Sounds good. So, one thing that we do need to start looking into, because this is just going to automatically happen at this point, I want to come up over here again. So we're going to undock here, and we are just going to fly up to the trading station again. I don't know that we're actually going to purchase anything just now, but the reason that I want to go back to the trading station again is simply to check in on how much habitation modules cost, because we're going to need to also provide life support for those, which I believe means that we're going to need a form of food production, which we have meat. That's an option as is. But meat requires energy cells, which we do produce, and water, which we produce ice. Hello, there's our miner mining. We do produce ice, but we don't really have any way to refine that ice into anything, so we're going to have to look at that production chain, and I want to look at pricing of that. I'm not necessarily going to be pulling the trigger on it immediately. That said, I am going to activate the autopilot. Excellent. Hey, it's gotten 5 silicon. Perfect. And it appears to be searching for additional resources. Okay. Sounds good. Well, we'll just get as much silicon as we can. It'll take some time. Of course, our courier is at some point going to be switched off of being unassigned and is also going to be assigned to the headquarters, if I'm understanding this production chain correctly.
I was asked to drop my cargo.
Who was? Independent freighter? Escape. Where are they? Right here? Okay. He literally just picked up the microchips. It's taking damage. Taking a lot of damage. I think he might die. Yes, he did. Okay, so we lost our independent freighter there. That was always a risk. It hurts, but it's not the end of the world. So we're going to head up over this way. It definitely hurts a lot. But yeah, it's not the end of the world. It was always expected that that could be the case, and any future independent freighters that we purchase, I had already planned to also purchase a fighter escort for. Which will be fine. I'm just surprised that they 3-shot the freighter. I mean, we hadn't upgraded any of its defenses, so that kind of makes sense.
Unholy retribution.
Luckily, we've already got a decent infrastructure, so we'll be able to replace that money relatively simply. We'll just mostly need to wait on this. I mean, maybe we should actually assign the courier over here as well. Oh, apparently we can only assign one?
Entering system.
There can only be one group with this role. Oh, a group. Can we just drag this into the group? Or...
Entering system. Profit Center Alpha.
How can we do that? If that's a group... If we do this, does it replace it? It apparently does nothing.
Entering system.
Okay.
Silent witness.
So I'm not sure how to get this into this group. We don't appear to be able to click and drag. Okay. Good to know. I was hoping to also be able to assign this,
Entering system. Atikva's choice.
but I guess this is fine. I'll figure this out at another time. How close are we to our destination? Well, we're still a little ways away. It'll take us a couple minutes to get there, and I mostly want to investigate pricing, of course. We've still only managed to get ourselves 5 silicon here, which I definitely am a little bit concerned about our speed on that.
Entering system. Argon Prime.
Especially if we can only assign 1 ship to it. We're going to need a lot of silicon. I mean, we can buy the silicon, right? That's fine.
Entering system.
But I was
Second contact.
definitely under the impression that I could assign at least 4 ships to this, and probably more, by using the group system. So I actually do want to figure this out.
Entering system. True sight.
Assigned to GE headquarters. Yep. Okay.
Entering system. Holy vision.
Yeah, I don't actually know how to do this, but I definitely want to figure it out. So we could assign a defense or a minor role. There's already... Hang on, this is now saying 1 ship.
Entering system. Pontifex's claim. Entering system. Ice mists.
This is currently docking. And then it's going to change its... Oh, hang on. I know what it's doing. I know what it's doing. Assigned a new commander. Yes. This is what we want it to do. Perfect. Okay, that's ideal. So it's going to execute its trade, and then it's going to assign it to the new commander. I, for some reason, forgot that that was a thing. I don't know why, but okay. So we did, of course, lose our independent freighter. Although, apparently...
Entering system. Trinity Sanctum.
That's still there. I'm going to swing up over there, and we're going to take a look at it, see if there's anything recoverable. Maybe there is.
System. Bright promise.
I mean, we're right nearby anyway, right? So we may as well check.
Entering system. Profit Center Alpha.
Okay, where was that? I think it was right over here, wasn't it? Yeah, from this high-tech factory. Okay. We were accosted immediately upon leaving, which is kind of bad luck. But we'll, I guess... It looks like there's nothing left, so... We'll just head back exactly where we were planning on going. Should be fine. So I do want to check in on the courier now. The courier is also, I believe, going to be mining silicon. Yes, it is.
System. Bright promise.
Perfect. So we now have 2 ships assigned to mining silicon at our headquarters, and I don't want this order to exist. I was just trying to click and drag. Okay, so we have 779 silicon here. That's definitely a good start. We're making progress on this front. And this courier appears to be... Where are you, in fact, going? You're just flying to gather resources. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so our minor beta over here is now full. So it'll be heading up over here, which means that our silicon is going to fill up. our silicon storage to some degree anyway. This can store up to 100,000 cubic meters, which means...
Entering system.
No, I don't want to look at methane. I wanted to look at this. Yeah, this is about 10,000 cubic meters, so we can store 10 of these at a time. That's fine. So we should start seeing our silicon wafers be produced quite soon. Let's take a quick look at our logical overview over here. We can see that we have
Autopilot disengaged.
quite a lot of energy cells currently, which is good. We are going to need a fair number of those. And we are producing quite a lot of them as well. Oh, the autopilot got turned off. That'll do it, I suppose.
Highway.
Let's see, we want to go over here. So let's go this way. I don't know why the autopilot got turned off, but whatever. Also, we lost our... Oh, we didn't lose our guidance. It just selected oddly. That's fine. It wants us to take the highway over.
Autopilot.
And, okay,
engaged.
we'll take that. Oh, hello. Flying to HE Gen Local Highway Entrance 01 Macro. It's always nice. Okay, so there we're on the highway, and the autopilot should get us nice and close at this point. So that's ideal. And it looks like our miner is now dropping off all those silicon wafers, or rather all those silicon,
Autopilot
at the
disengaged.
headquarters. Which is ideal. There's also a ware reservation for the courier here.
Magpie. Sentinel. P. Magpie. Sentinel.
Can we fight this guy? I suspect so. But also I'm not going to. Where are we going? We are going over here. Oh, the autopilot really wrecked us again.
Autopilot engaged.
What are you wanting to do, autopilot? You want to hop on the superhighway. Okay. Well, let's do that, and let's get away from these red dudes.
Autopilot.
And now I'm going to
disengaged.
disengage the autopilot because it keeps getting us lost. So we're going to head off over this way. Not on autopilot. We're going to hop into travel mode. And we'll head off over here. Now I have to assume that our silicon is in position at this point. And furthermore, I have to assume that if I enter the map to check, we're going to drop out of travel mode. That looks spooky.
Requesting immediate backup.
Yeah, sorry, can't help you. We're just going to dock up at the station here quick. There's a lot of stuff going on out here. There's a lot of stuff going on over here. So we're just going to try to keep our nose clean and stay out of it. And do something kind of like this without overshooting, ideally. There we go. It's more like it.
Taladi Trading Station.
Technically, I haven't requested docking permission.
Requesting immediate backup.
Did they grant us docking? They didn't. They're not granting us docking.
Requesting immediate backup.
Do we have to exit the bay? We may have to exit the bay. Oh, they did grant it to us. It was just back over here and they never gave any auditory confirmation. Okay, that's fine. I can work with this. Whoa, docking computer, what are you doing? What are you doing, buddy? Docking computer? I'm not doing this. I have no idea why the docking computer just turned us around exactly the way it needed not to. That was awkward. Okay, it's doing it again. I can't turn this way. Okay, docking computer, are you done going haywire?
Requesting immediate backup.
It looks like the docking computer is done going haywire. There we go. Now it took over properly. Fantastic. So I want to check in real quick on our silicon wafer production.
Welcome you aboard.
So we'll go into the logical overview here. We currently have 1 silicon. Okay. I guess we'll do that. Because I think that it confused our... I think that it confused our mining ship,
Requesting immediate backup.
which was this guy. Yeah, it looks like that's now transferring over, in theory. Because we are currently looking to purchase 1,086 silicon at the minimum price, it bears noting. We don't care about the price for our mining ships, but if an NPC mining ship wants to dump silicon, I want to pay the minimum price. Okay, so our mining ship is going to come in and fill most of this order right out, which is ideal. Now, I do want to head into the logical overview, like so. And yeah, we can have 10,000 silicon in this, that is correct. So we're going to be putting in 979 from our miner, and then 260 from our courier, which is ideal. So we're trying to buy 10,000 of these at the minimum price. Excellent. So as soon as that shows up in our storage area, we should immediately, there we go, should immediately start producing silicon wafers. So our resources are going to be depleted in 12 minutes. And the question is, with 2 mining ships, is that enough time to get in another load from the drill? Because from the smaller mining ship, it's not going to push this back too far.
Requesting immediate backup.
Yeah, there's a lot of nonsense going around out there. It's not any of our ships, though, so that's good. At any rate, I do want to go check on the faction rep quick, as long as we are here, and do some price checking on a couple of different things. And in fact, we're probably going to hang out here for a while, considering it's kind of dangerous outside. So we're going to talk to the faction rep.
Greeting. It's good to see you, friend.
And I want to be looking for a couple of different things here. Specifically, one of the major things that I would be looking for would be how much they want for habitation. They may not sell that here. Administrative center. Maybe it's these biomes? Maybe, but those are super expensive. Requires the Company Advanced Module license awarded in the Honorary Company Director Ceremony, Relation 20. Okay, I can work with that. And these are blueprints to be able to build ships, which isn't something that we're really looking for just now. Okay. Well, there's a lot of production stuff, including superfluid coolant. We're going to need to look at what we really need, though, to produce smart chips, I believe, is the top tier that I want to produce for this particular thing. Although maybe hull parts would be a good thing to get into. That's 4.5 million. It's definitely on the expensive side.
Profit to you.
So let's just head back to the ship for right now. because I want to, and I realize that I can do this without heading back to the ship, but I want to be back at the ship anyway, because I want to check in on our first silicon wafer production and see
Elite.
just how much
Vanguard.
that's going to end up making us. Let's see here. I want to logical overview here. So this is going to be finishing up in 2 seconds for this production cycle. Bam. We've got ourselves 120 silicon wafers. It's automatically pricing at 401 credits each. That said, our auto trader over here is very likely to, when it docks back up anyway, it's very likely to grab that and take these silicon wafers and sell them somewhere where they're worth a little bit more than 401. Let's see, silicon wafers. 407, 417, this is the best price. Okay. It's not too much of a spread between what we're selling them for. That's okay. And it looks like we have just dropped off silicon here. So we will check the logical overview and see how long until this is depleted. This is back to 11 minutes. Okay, so that can cover about a full production cycle. Ideal. Okay, well that is now in progress. We have our first real production chain online. That is fantastic. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.